Hello, this is the Eradicator. Today, once again, we're with Irad Jr. It's Chinese New Year. He will be with me for the entire holiday. Things will be back to normal next week. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to do another trade video, and I thought I've done a dozen times these trade videos. So I went to the forums for some inspiration, and I found this very interesting thread about Terra and where we're at, why we haven't seen any developments, and it was featuring this very interesting video that we can find from a YouTuber called Chiffmonkey. I'm going to put the link in the description down below. And it features some of the footage that we've seen before, and some footage that actually I had never seen before. I was quite intrigued. So we're gonna roll the footage. Let's check it out, and we're going to see if this is going to be in the game, if this is not going to be in the game, if this can be in the game, if this was scrapped. A little analysis to see where we're at and what we can expect in the future. So let's roll out the footage. Alright, so we start a video here on this approach to Terra. This was the old Hornet commercial, if you remember back in the days. Now, everything you're seeing here is not in engine. These are clearly cutscenes. Some of the models of the ships in the background are placeholders. They're not even assets that are in the game. But it's based on the actual models that were made for the game. But everything we were shown right here is just the commercial, but it is not real, the buggy thing. Now here I'm going to make a break here. Very interesting what we have. This is what they show to be a prime Terra railroad transport or whatever it is, which seems to be an overview of the map of Terra Prime, which is going to be the landing zone. It seems to be a pretty large area. Now again, don't get your hopes too high. Definitely we are not going to get all of these places to go. I think that this was probably shown in one of the subscribers flares or releases like Jump Point. But again, these are just concepts and ideas. Can you imagine, guys, all the work that this involves, just doing all of that, just doing the simple landing zone and maybe the city center? Probably that's what we're gonna get. Maybe the landing zone, the city center, and one of the touristic areas, maybe the blocks, which would be the equivalent of L19 hubs in Lorville. I think that's what we're gonna get here. But no way we're gonna get all these different lines with these different places to visit, not at least at the beginning. Here, work in progress, Terra landing zone. Again, this was shown back in 2014, and it was back in the days everybody had their hopes really high because we thought, oh wow, the game is progressing pretty well. And unfortunately, we haven't seen any of these any of the progress on Terra or anything like that. That this is in engine, and we can recognize the old bald guy character, which is the character we had back in the hangar module. Actually, this video now is going to compare different concepts with how it was looking in engine back in these days, and it looked like they were already pretty advanced. Again, we haven't heard of Terra for years now. They haven't been communicating, showing us anything for years. And I think the reason for that is because all this work was unfortunately done for nothing. Now, when I say for nothing, not exactly. They are going to use this as a concept to recreate that in the future. But when I say nothing, is because if you remember, originally the game was supposed to be done with CryEngine, and we didn't have all these procedural tech, and we were not supposed to have entire planets to long on, just specific landing zones. The game was supposed to be quite similar to what we used to have in Freelancer. It was it was supposed to be a modern version of Freelancer. And instead of being a point and click, which was basically what the landing zones were in Freelancer, you're just pointing and clicking wherever you wanted to go. Here we could actually walk in different places around the landing zone, but these were supposed to be very limited places, much more limited than what we have right now with Lorville. So this explains why We haven't seen any progress because, in my opinion, they need to redo everything. So this is what we would have had if we had still been using the CryEngine, if we hadn't need to upgrade to something a little bit more complicated and a little bit more advanced, like the Lumberyard engine, which is a modified version of the CryEngine, by the way. So it just required too much resources, too much energy. The assets would just had to be completely recoded again, which is why I mean, yeah, it looked good back in these days, but it just wouldn't work today. It would be too resource consuming, even with OCS, which is why, for example, when we think of Area 18, we thought, oh yeah, but Area 18 was already done. That's right, Area 18 was done in the previous version of the engine, not in the current version of the engine. So what we are going to have in 3.5, just like what we are seeing here in Terra, which is not what we're going to have in the final product. So what we're going to have in 3.5 is a completely redone version of Area 18 that we had before. It's going to be very interesting for sure. Now, again, to me, this looks more like an overview of what it looks like, in the engine, with a little bit more artworks here, looking really fantastic. And this also, you can see the map in the back and these nice vistas or bars. I think that these are also going to be places that we'll be able to visit in the future. Yeah, we all know. With some of these concept art we've all seen. I don't know what this is. Is this going to be some kind of racetrack? That's also going to be interesting. Yeah, the landing zone here. Some of these concept arts, we all know them. So I'm just going to move forward a little bit. Now, some of the lower parts of the city, like the slums, so that's going to be also interesting to visit. I think that this is where the player hubs are going to be, because it doesn't look as grand as all these super tall skyscrapers. This is definitely much more down to earth. So I believe that these are the places where we're going to spawn, similar to L19 hubs in Lorville, and this was already a little bit modelized and done, so it's really sad to see that it's already existing. It already existed in the previous. There you go, blocks. It already existed in the previous version of the game, and yeah, there was so much potential, but nothing is going to. We're not going to see anything for, in my opinion, a couple of years until maybe, I don't know, after Squadron 42 is released, we'll see a bit more of Terra. But yeah, and yeah, let's go back over here. We're seeing the metro system. So again, this is footage that we've seen between 2014 and 2016. So clearly they have been working on metro systems, not just for Lorville, but definitely for Terra itself. Interesting to see how crappy the metro looks like. I mean, it feels like it's a bit rusty there. It looks like the metro in Lorville is actually a bit fancier. But yeah, we're going to see how this plays out. If we will see all of these concepts come to reality. Nice swimming pool there. If only just small fractions of the game are going to be in. But yeah, I think definitely visiting Terra is going to be one heck of an experience. It's perhaps going to be the most exciting city in the verse when it is in the game. Personally, I cannot wait to see it, but it's going to take a couple of years, guys. So let's keep being patient. I know there's a lot of you guys who've been wondering in the forums, where's Terra? How come we don't see anything? Guys, they need to redo everything. So that's why. But yeah, it was nice to get a look at some of footage that maybe only subscribers had seen before. So go check out this guy's channel. It's in the description down below, and I'm also going to put the thread in the RSI forums. So yeah, that's all we know as of now in 2019. about Terra. I really hope we're going to have more information this year, but they're going to focus on finishing the standard system. I'm pretty sure we're going to have more information on Microtech with the release of the roadmap, which is quite imminent, and perhaps maybe Orison. And then maybe at CityCon they will have a glimpse of the future. But Terra represents so much work that I don't think we're gonna see it anytime soon. At least not until Squadron 42 is released. So that's my take on it. Thank you so much for watching this channel, guys. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm trying to upload every day. I hope something that you guys appreciate. Once again, I'm the Eradicator, and I'm signing out. This month we're having a giveaway. Guess what, guys? It's the anniversary of the channel. That's right, I started working on this channel last year at the same period, and I really want to give back, guys, everything you've given to me, all that love, all that support, these comments. Really, you're making this possible, and the least I could do is to organize this giveaway. I am going to give away a 325A with lifetime insurance. I've actually unmelted this one back in January, as you can see. I already had this giveaway in plan and in mind, and it's happening. So all you need to do is to subscribe to this channel and comment one of the videos that are going to be posted this month in February. What I'm going to do next on March 4th at 2 p.m. Beijing time. Now, mark this down in your calendar. March 4th, 2 p.m. Beijing time. There will be a lucky draw. It will be live streamed, so we can know live which video is going to be the winning video and which comments from that winning video is going to get that magnificent 325A with LTI. Good luck to everybody. Again, thank you so much. This is the Eradicator, and you are watching my channel.